Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. You are all welcome. I welcome everyone to my first live video on YouTube. You are all welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome. Welcome there, my friend. You're welcome. God bless you. We're going to have a good time together. We're here to have a chat and to chill out, and I know that each and every one of us will be blessed. So I expect us all to contribute. I expect us all to say something. You can ask questions, you can contribute, you can send something to me on the chat, and I will be responding to that. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is actually very interesting, and I do believe that we are all going to gain from it. And that is a series that I am starting, and it's the series is on anger, which is, anger is with everyone. Everyone gets angry for one thing or the other, but the most important thing is to know how to manage our anger. So we will be looking into that. We're going to be chatting, and we're going to be chilling out with that. If you want, you can take a cup of tea and make sure that you are part of it. So you will be blessed, and I will be blessed as well. So we are welcome into the presence of God. We are welcome into this live chat. It's the first of it. I must confess, it is the first of it, and well, in the learning process of doing things, but we are all going to have to enjoy it together. We have to enjoy it together. So today, we we are going to be looking at something that is quite important in our life journey. It is really important in our life journey that we keep on top of our anger. So, and that is the more reason why we're going to be looking at it, because it is there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So I am going to be starting now. It's 1 o'clock. My name is Florence, and this channel is Sabon Rai. So you are welcome to Sabon Rai. My name is Florence, and you're welcome to Sabon Rai. Sabon Rai is meant to empower you, to enable you, and to make sure that we support one another in our journey of life. So, the topic for today, I will be telling us later, but please, I want you to like this video and subscribe. And the more you like it, the more we are able to come and discuss together. So please, I want you to like this video. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe and be part of it and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let us just come and sharpen and sharpen one another. Let us be there for one another. Let us contribute, and then let us share experiences. So, like I said earlier on, my name is Florence, and this channel is Sabon Rai. So this Sabon Rai is aimed to empower you, is aimed to support you, and is also aimed to encourage each and every one of us in this journey, to encourage us, because so many things do happen. So many things do happen. Oh yes. And you're welcome. Herbs and Spicy Kitchen, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I'm excited to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited as well. You are excited, and I am excited as well. So this is a good beginning. So as we wait for others to come in, because I do want more people to come in, so that we can start together. We can start together and enjoy it together. And I pray that God will bless each and every one of us as we come together to discuss this important topic. And I do know that after today, we would be able to challenge ourselves when we see things coming that are not too good. We will be able to like think, you know. Put our thinking hats on and start to wind down as we start to get above the limits of our allowed anger. And I pray that God is going to help each and every one of us in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So, film game, hello. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Every one of us, we are welcome. My name is Florence. If we are just joining now and you're watching me from London, yes, I'm here in London, and so thank you for coming. And my name is Florence. Like I said earlier on, my name is Florence, and this channel is known as Sabon Rai. Sabon Rai simply means new life, new life. So every one of us, we can get new life. We can have a new beginning. When there's no one of us that we come to a terminal, when we're still alive, we can change. We can have a new beginning. So you might be coming from a point that is not too conducive, but you can change. Every one of us can change. So that is what this channel is all about. It's all about encouraging us. It's all about empowering us. It's all about supporting one another, sharing experiences and making sure that we are there for one another. And the Lord is going to help us today in Jesus' mighty name. So it is a good time to come together and talk about these things, because seeing what is happening these days, we can see that A lot of things are happening these days. These days, things are happening. The world is moving so fast, and so many things are happening that if one is not careful, we will miss it. But we don't want to miss it. We don't want to miss it. We want to remain, good people. We want to remain what God wants us to be in life. We want to be able to impact goodness into the life of people. And that is what we are called to do. And I pray that each and every one of us will get something out of today. Today we will be discussing, you see, after Easter, after the Easter is just gone. After Easter, I was trying to see to think to myself, what is Easter all about? And then I'm looking at the power of the cross and the power at the cross. Well, what has Easter brought to me? What has Easter brought to me? Then I went to the book of Ephesians, I went to the book of Ephesians. And in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4. So when we look at Ephesians chapter 4, it says, so at Ephesians chapter 4, I will be talking to us from the Bible as well as secular life. So, and the topic today that we have to look after is called anger. Anger. One of the things that I come to realize is that at the cross of Calvary, Jesus Christ died for our sin, and he gave us a new life. That is the preaching of the cross of Calvary. Jesus Christ gave us a new life. Jesus Christ gave us. So if Jesus Christ gave us a new life, what is the old life? What is that old life that I have to put off? If I need to take on the new life, what is this new life that I have to take on? And if I have to put off the old one, what is the old one that I have to put off? So I said, oh yes, it's worth looking into to see what is expected of me, what I need to put aside, what is not good for me, and what is good for me, and what Christ has died for, and what I can do myself, through the grace of God. And I started looking at anger. Anger is one of those things that struck me, and I want us to start with anger. But I'm going to read the word of God a little bit for us as well. I'm going to read the word of God. You are welcome. You're welcome. Alex, well, I'm going to read the word of God to us as well. And the word of God is from the book of Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4. So, and I'm going to start from verse 17. Ephesians 4, verse 17. So I tell you this and insist on it in the Lord. I tell you this and I insist on it in the Lord, that you must no longer live as Gentiles. Do as Gentiles do, in the futility of their thinking. In the futility of their thinking, they are darkened in their understanding. Darkened in their understanding and separated from the life of God because of ignorance. Because of ignorance. Because of ignorance. So ignorance can rob us of something. So we can see that ignorance is a disease. So the mind can be darkened. Someone's mind can be darkened because of ignorance. Someone's mind can be darkened because of ignorance. So, having lost all the sensitivity, ignorance can also make us to lose all the sensitivity, sensitive to one another, sensitive to our character and everything. They have given themselves over to sensuality so as to indulge in every kind of impurity, and they are full of greed. So, what am I trying to say unto us? Is this a command, or is it an instruction, Or is it a way of life that we have to live so that we can continue to enjoy one another and to enjoy our relationship with God? That so the Bible wants us to put away. You were taught with regards. So you were taught with regards to your former ways of life, to put off your old self, to put off, you were taught by Christ to put off your old self. So, what is that old self that we need to put off? The old self that I need to put off, which is being corrupted and deceitful desire. That is the old self. The old self to be made new, new, to have a new attitude in your mind and to put on the new self and create a new self inside you. Create a new self, and that new self is godlike, is righteousness in holiness. Therefore, each one of us must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to every neighbor, for we are all members of one another body. And in your anger, that is where I want us to stop today. And in your anger, do not sin. And in your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. So that brings me to the topic of today: anger. And in your anger, and in your anger. So it means that, we can get angry. The Bible knows that anger is inside each and every one of us. Anger is there. Every time, anger is inside everyone. But the Bible is saying to us, the word of God is saying to us, and God expected us to put off this deadly thing, put away anger. Put away anger. So, what is anger? And I want to, because it's a commandment, it's an instruction, it's an advice as well for us to put away anger. Put off deadly emotion is it does not allow our life to get, to get the actual juice and juicy. It does not allow us to live the life to fullness, to the full capacity. Anger will not allow any one of us. It does not elongate our life. It does not give us long life. Anger cuts us short. So the Bible is saying unto us, and God wants us to put away anger. To put away anger. So, meaning that some of the things that we do when we do it in anger, what does it bring? I was looking at my notes here. It said anger in itself is a strong feeling. I look at the dictionary first. I say, what is anger? Anger is a strong feelings of emotion. A strong feeling of emotion. And anger is a strong feelings of emotion, annoyance, that we display, or we display hostility towards one another. So anger is good and anger is not good. So either way, anger is both bad and good. And anger, and every one of us, and we know that anger can destroy. It can destroy a person. It can destroy a whole community. It can destroy a family. Anger can do so many things. Anger can take a whole control of a man. And anger itself can be deceptive. It can lead to jealousy. It can rob you of so many things. And you know it can put you in a place of isolation as well. Anger can kill a person. Apart from killing you, it can also make you to kill another person. Anger can lead to a lot of bitterness. Anger can be so negative, but I want to let us know that there is a positive side of anger as well. There is a side of anger that does not produce good fruits, and there is another side of anger that does produce good fruits. So it carries both negative and positive impact. That is what anger does. So, and it is embedded inside each and every one of us. Anger is a spirit, and anger is alive. It's a spirit. It's alive. So the spirit of anger sometimes can be demonic, because the demons can use it so much to destroy a person and to destroy lives. That is anger. So it lives this inside our subconscious mind. It's always there. Somebody will say to me, "Yeah, I'm not that type of a person. I'm not that type of a person. I don't get angry. I don't get angry." No, wait until somebody steps on your toe. Then you will know whether you get angry or not. So anger also, I found out that anger also can grow. Anger can be a baby. You can be pregnant with anger. You start getting angry little by little, little by little, and then it starts to grow. It's like a pregnancy. It starts to grow and start to grow, and one day you deliver the anger, you burst. So anger can grow if you nurture it. If you nurture it for too long, it can grow, and it can grow to become violence and aggression. So anger, there's no end to anger. There's no end to anger. If one did not tame, or if you did not stop your anger, stop yourself from being angry, then who else can stop you? So, but here today, only God is able to help every one of us. Only God. When we turn to Him, He is the one that helps our spirit to control our anger. You're welcome, everyone. I'm welcoming every one of us. Thank you very much for joining. Anger is a thing. We're speaking on anger. Today we are looking at that command, that the command of the word of God that says we should put away anger. So anger is very deadly in a way when we look at the negative side of it. No wonder the Bible wants us to put away anger. No wonder the word of God is saying that yes, you are allowed to get angry, but make sure that your anger does not last until the next day. Make sure that you do not nurture it. Make sure you do not allow this negative thing to grow inside you. Make sure that you tackle anger when it is still young inside you. Make sure that you nail it on the head. Make sure you finish that anger. Don't allow it to grow at all. And that is the thing that is going to help us. But you cannot do it by yourself. No one of us is able to do that by themselves. The Spirit of the Most High God is the only thing that can help us to control our anger. To control our anger. So I was looking at it. So we manifest anger. We manifest it when somebody triggers. So it's not that, like, I am in the way now. I'm speaking to you. I'm not angry. No, 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 I'm not angry now. Everybody knows I'm not angry. But the thing is this: in the next 1 hour, I cannot promise you that I will not be angry. I cannot promise you. If I see something that annoys me, then I might be angry, but I can control it. I can decide within myself that no, I'm above that, or I have the grace for that. And God is going to give each and every one of us grace. The grace to be above it. The grace to be, it's not that offense will not come. Offense will always come. So long we are here on earth, we will always offend one another. Offense will always come. We will always get one another angry. We will always step on each other's toe. So offense is always there. It's always there. But the important thing is how to manage the offense. Is how to respond to it. You can choose to respond to it in a better way, in a better way. And that is why we are here today. That yes, I know that offense will come all the time. All the time, I will step on people's toe or people step on my toe, regardless of the time, regardless of what is happening, whether I'm stepping on somebody or somebody stepping on me. I should be able to control my anger. I should be able to diffuse it. So that is why we are here today. So someone will ask me that, but God allows anger. God allows anger because I just quoted the Bible passage that says, be angry. Be angry. Yes, God knows that we are human beings. No one of us is a spirit. God knows that each and every one of us here on earth, we are human. We are human. We don't make ourselves. Right inside us, all forms of attitude are embedded inside us. I want to let you know that yes, when a child is born to be both good and bad. But we try to bring out the good out of our children. We don't allow the evil to go over them. So this afternoon we are looking at different types of anger. Different types of anger. I had looked into different types of anger, and I saw that anger has many parts. Anger has many parts, but today we will only be looking at three out of those things. Out of all these, we have about 10 types of anger. 10 types of anger. And you will find the one that you belong to. Which one you are, you will find it there. If you look at yourself very well, you will see that you belong to your type of anger is explained here. The one that is common to you is explained here. So, anger, to me, every one of us can be angry. Every one of us can be angry, and anything can make us to be angry, and anything can make us to be angry. So we are going to be looking at the 10 types of, or 10 common types of anger. 10 common types of anger we're going to be looking at. And the first one that we will look at is called assertive anger. Assertive anger. And this assertive anger, I'm going to try and tell us what that type of anger is. Assertive anger. So this type of anger, when we look at it, is an anger that is really constructive. It's a type of anger that is constructive. It is constructive type of anger, and you are constructive in your expression. When somebody step on your toe, you're constructive. You are able to calm down to explain. That is to say, if this is your type of anger, you use your feelings of frustration or rage as a catalyst for the positive change. As a catalyst for the positive change. So rather than avoiding confrontation, rather than not wanting to talk about it, rather than not wanting to respond to people or to verbal insult or physical outbursts, you express your anger in a way that creates a change. You express your anger, you are cool-headed about it in a way that creates a change closer to what you want it to be. Now, if you want somebody to do something and they are doing the opposite. They are constantly doing the opposite. The assertive anger, the common assertive anger, which is number one, is to use you're responding to that anger. You don't want to put it away. You don't want to sleep on it. You don't want that anger to because when you leave it, you are angry, the other person continue to annoy you, and you continue to brew over it. The baby is getting bigger in your tummy, and one day there will be an outburst. There will be an out. Rather than that, you will want to comfort the situation. You don't want to shy away from it. You don't want to leave it to grow. You want to be able to confront the situation right there and then. Assertive anger. You want to be, and I think that is the best one. you know it is the best way to confront anger. It is the best way. When you see something that is annoying, when you see somebody step on your toe, when you see, don't leave it. Don't leave it and continue to shy away from it. You don't want, you or avoid it. You intentionally did not, you put it away, and then it leads to malice at the end of the day, when you cannot control yourself anymore. And so this type of anger, when there is an insult, when there is a physical combat, or somebody come to you physically or verbally abusive unto you, when there is a outburst, when somebody is expressing their anger, they are just annoying you and doing the negative. You need to confront it. You need to confront it in a manner, not that you will respond fire for fire, but you need to have a way that you will be able to reach that person without distress or destruction. Without distress, because one thing I notice is that a soft answer turns away anger. The Bible says a soft answer turns away anger. So I encourage each and every one of us that every time that we are confronted with anger, every time we are confronted with anger, every time, is anybody wanting to chip into that, or you want to text me and say to me, yes, that is that anger, you have seen it before, that anger is part of that anger, you have seen it before, or you have tried to do something in that way before. Assertive anger is being called. So this assertive anger, you can use it to deflate anger itself. Soft answer. Somebody is outbursting at you, you just keep cool and keep calm. Don't run away from it. Don't say to me that I'm going to leave it. Now, don't shy away from it. Respond in a cooler manner. And God is going to help each and every one of us to do it in a calm manner. It's a choice. It is a choice. It is a choice. The way we respond to one another is a choice. You can do it. I can do it. Expressive anger, is when you express yourself in a better way. You express this anger in a better way. You are able to, you call the person after a while and say, you see, my friend, it is not like that. My son, it is not like that. Oh, yes, my sister, it is not like that. I don't mean it like that. What has happened is a mistake, or what has happened is a misrepresentation of what I want to happen. Expressing anger assertively helps you to address what you want to address. It help you to also to talk about it, to express yourself without transgressing, or without crossing the boundaries, crossing boundaries, because you have to know that each and every one of us, we have a space. We have a space. So each time you want to express yourself assertively, make sure that you're not crossing the space. You're not encroaching into the space of the other person. So managing anger this way is very strategic. It's a very strategic way of managing anger. So because you have to plan it, it's a strategic way of planning things. You have to plan it. You have to wait until the right time to address the issue. So it's very strategic, and it's very assertive as well. You have to be assertive about it. You have to plan it. It's a strategy, and it's an assertive strategy, and it is a powerful one. It is a powerful one when you are able to use it all the time. It is a powerful tool. It is a powerful tool. And also it is a motivator. It's a motivator, because then it's a you are sort of modeling the right thing to the person. So that person might look back and say, oh yes, okay, all right, and then emulate what you have done in the nearest future. They want to do it the way you did it, because they knew that if you had responded the other way, it would have been a battle, or it will have been things will have fallen apart. But because you choose to be assertive in the way you approach the matter, then it brings you closer to what you want to see. It brings you closer to what you want to see. So assertive anger is used to overcome your fears. So you can use assertive anger to overcome your fear. You can use assertive anger to address issues. You can use, whether at your place of work, whether at home, whether it's in the church, in the community, in your community, or anywhere. Assertive anger is very good. You can use it to turn things around. You can use it to address issues that are going wrong. What you see that is, you don't like it. You don't like what is going on. You can use it to address injustice as well. Assertive anger can be used to address injustice. Assertive anger can also be used to achieve your desires. Your desires. For instance, if you want to see a child grow very well, or if you want to change the lifestyle of a child, you don't shout on them. You don't shout on them. You don't put them down. You don't condemn them. No, that is not the way. The anger is not, assertive anger does not condemn people, does not lay blame on them. You only make them to see things, the way that you think you want to see it. You only make them to see things in a powerful manner. So in a way that they will understand, and that is the way you want them to see it. So, and then when you use assertive anger, when you use this assertive anger, you use it to correct things, and there's a good outcome come out of it. That is when we say anger, using anger can be positive. Anger can be positive. It can be positive. You can get positive outcome out of anger. So it's assertive anger that brings positive outcome. Positive outcome. Assertive anger brings positive outcome, because you went in a way that is very strategic. You are very assertive about it. You are very calm about it. You waited until the right time to speak about it. You did not shy away from it. You did not leave it and brew over it? No, because it's meant for correction. It's meant for a desired outcome. It's meant to address issues. It's meant to set things on the right path. And I think each and every one of us, we need to emulate this first anger. Because anger is inside each and every one of us. But when we get angry, we make sure that our anger is directive towards being assertive. There is a direction. We direct it to the right channel where there will be a positive outcome out of it, not a negative outcome. And I pray that God is going to help each and every one of us, because these things do not come by itself. It doesn't come by itself. To be assertive in our anger, to be assertive and to be able to reach one another and to be able to correct and get back to normal is not an easy task at all. It will take us to practice and to think about it and to pray about it. And also it takes us to deal with ourselves first. If you are the type of person who will sleep on things, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. And if you know that this thing is going to lead to so many catastrophes, address it now. And when we address it in a cool manner, in a calm manner, there's no need to fight over things. Yes, we might get angry, but we can finish that anger without fighting one another. And God is going to help us. That is why God is saying, put away anger. Put away anger. So with assertive anger, you put it away. You are putting it away. Yes, you get angry. Yes, I get angry. But I don't like it, because I put it away. I put it aside. You put it aside, and then we march on. And God is going to help each and every one of us in Jesus' name. So the assertive anger, I want to know if we do all understand it. Assertive anger. Assertive anger is number one anger that we looked at. The assertive anger is the anger that I have explained to us is constructive. It is, we are constructive in our expression. We did not put fire to fire, So assertive anger is in our frustration, in when we respond to rage, when there is a rage, when there is a catalyst, or when there is something that is so annoying, so bad, and an outburst or whatever, we rather than we responding with an outburst, rather than we responding with a rage, rather than we responding with fire for fire, we approach it in an assertive way. We plan it, because the assertive anger needs to be strategically planned. It's got to be, you got to think about it, the way you are going to deliver your message, to make this message to be constructive, to make this message to turn things around. You want the person to get it right. You want to get it right as well. So I am encouraging each and every one of us. Yes, get angry, but be assertive. Be assertive in your anger. Always be assertive in your anger, so that you and I, we get the desired outcome. Be assertive in your anger, so that you can get the desired outcome, so that you can be able to address whatever issue that is on the ground. You to be able to overcome fear, to be able to address injustice, to be able to point our children or our friend or our family or our workplace to be able to turn things around in a positive way. And I pray that today, as we're looking at this assertive anger, I desire it as well. It is a skill. It is a skill, and I desire this skill, the skill of knowing how to manage my anger. So to me today, I have seen that anger comes to everyone. No one will say, I am free of anger. Anger does come to everyone. Everyone gets angry. Anyone at any point in time can get angry. But what we are saying today, put away anger. For anger can lead to so many bad things. But anger is also good. It can lead to so many bad things. Anger can destroy a lot of things. Anger can destroy the person itself that is angry. It can destroy you and can also destroy others. And anger can destroy a community. Anger can destroy a family. But what we are saying today is that there is another side of anger that is good. Another side of anger, that you and me, when we get angry, because this monster lives inside everyone, but we need to put it in control. We need to be able to check it. We need to be able, to control our anger. Yes, we are allowed to get angry, but that anger must not lead to anything negative. It has to be constructive. constructive constructive. And so the first constructive anger, this is the assertive one. And what makes it to be constructive, what makes it to be a good anger? Because it is constructive, because is it assertive, because it is a powerful one, because it's a motivator, because it turned things around, because it changed the medium, it changed things, because you responded in a cooler and a calmer way. You waited for the right time to come before you respond to it. So the anger does not have any chance but to stop or to die, or it does not have any choice than to bring in a desired outcome. And that is where we are. Assertive anger. Assertive anger is what you want to emulate today, is what I want to see happen today. So I encourage each and every one of us, if you are hearing me, you can write it down and you can go and read more about it. Assertive anger. How do I get my anger directed in a right way, in a better way? How do I channel my anger so that my anger will always bring out positivity, so that my anger will always bring out desired outcome, so that my anger will always achieve what I want it to achieve, not evil but good, so that my anger can bring a positive change in my community, a positive change in my home, a positive change all around me. My anger can bring a positive change into the church of God. Yes, anger. So, that brings me to a question. If nobody does really have a question for me, I want to ask you a question here. If nobody has a question for me, is there something then? Some people say there is a holy anger. I don't know. So I'm going to leave us with that question. And the question is there something like a holy anger? A holy anger, is there? So we're talking about assertive anger today, which is number one, anger. We still have two more to visit, because we're not going to be able to go into the 10 common types of anger, but we are going to do 1 to 3 today, and then another day we are going to do the remaining ones. But today I want to leave you with a question before you go. Is there anything, and I want you to write that question down. That will be the question that we are going to go home with. After looking into this message, into this chat that we have together, I'm not, you can contribute, you can tell me whether you this assertive anger is practical, is doable. Is it doable? Is assertive anger doable? Is it practical? Can we achieve it? Is it possible all the time for us to have assertive anger? And is there something like a holy anger? I want you to, these things to provoke your thoughts, so that you yourself, you will be able to use all these provoking questions that are coming from inside of you to be able to build yourself, and to be able, when you finish building yourself, then you begin to impact on the people around you. So your character will not be, or your attitude will not be, that you're always responding anger for anger, anger for anger, anger for anger. No, you're not always doing that. People will know that yes, she's angry, but when she was angry, or when he was angry, it was a nice one, where I was able to she was able to talk to me, and I was able to talk, something like that. So anger is assertive anger is a very powerful anger. It's a tool in our hand. Assertive anger becomes a tool, a useful tool, to deflate other types of anger that are deadly. Any outburst, any outrage, any violence, any anger that is leading to bitterness, any anger that wants to lead to suicidal or whatever anger. There are so many types of anger. Self-abuse, there are so many types of anger. But we know that we can approach it assertively. Assertively. And God is going to help each and every one of us. So much have been said about assertive anger today, because that is what we want to see everyone practicing, assertive anger. And I'm going to read it to us one more time. Assertive anger is a really constructive type of anger. It's a really constructive type of expressing your anger. Expressing your anger. If this is the type of your own anger, then you are doing well. You are doing well. And if that is not the type of anger that you carry, then you need to emulate this type of anger that we are talking about today. Assertive anger. Assertive anger is really constructive type of anger expression. If this is your type of anger, you use your feelings or your frustration or your rage as a catalyst for positive change, as a catalyst for positive change. Rather than avoiding confrontation, intentional anger, rather than avoiding confrontation and intentional anger, or resulting to verbal insult or physical outbursts, you express your own anger in a way that creates a change and gets you closer to having what you need to see, and gets you closer to having what you need to see without distress or destruction. Without distress or destruction. That is very difficult. That is very difficult. But I promise you that if you engage in doing it over and over, you master it. I am not there yet. I put my hand up. I am not there yet because I get angry. But God can help each and every one of us. God can help us to fully take on this type of anger, because we always, there will be something somewhere all the time. So long we are living and we are human, offense will come all the time. Offense will come all the time. And it's only those who are close to you that can offend you anyway. If somebody is far away from you and you don't see them every day, you don't interact with them, how can they offend you? You don't see them, you have not heard from them, you don't know them, they don't know you, they cannot offend you. So offense is always between close acquaintance, those who you are close to, those who you eat with, those you will drink with, those who you are 24 hours with one another. That is, you're bound to step on one another's toe, because if somebody is far from you, how can they step on you? How can you step on them? No, it's not possible. But if somebody is close to you, so we must remember that at the time that they step on you, you have had good times together. So instead of me now bringing the good times to an end, I will find a way to keep the channel open. That is assertive anger. Assertive anger keeps the channel open. Assertive anger does not cut relationship. Assertive anger maintains relationship. Assertive anger leaves the channel of communication open, so that the goodness of God will flow around us and amidst us. So when the channel of communication, channel of relationship is open and clean and clear, then we can continue to enjoy one another. Enjoy one another. But if we do not approach anger in that way, anger terminates relationship. Anger close door to goodness. Anger can make you not to be in isolation, just to be in isolation, be by yourself, nothing else, nobody else, you are by yourself due to anger. So we don't want that to happen, because God created us to relate to one another. No man is an island. So I pray that each and every one of us, we have this type of anger. Assertive anger. Assertive anger. The anger that is constructive. The anger that when you are going to express yourself, you express yourself in a way that will not distress the other person, in a way that will not destruct the other person, in a way that you are not condemning the other person, in a way that you are not destroying the other person, but in a way that you are trying to build the character of the other person to get to the place where you are, so you can lift one another up. But if you haven't got it, you can't give it. That's it, what it is. If you haven't got this type of character, if you haven't got this type of anger management, you cannot give it. So I am encouraging each and every one of us today to manage our anger in a strategic way ourselves, before we try to manage another person's anger. Manage your own anger first. Try and be assertive in your way of approach when anger comes. Be assertive all the time. Be assertive all the time. It is difficult. It is difficult, but that is the best way. It is the best way to remove distress and distraction and destruction, to remove anger, to remove unwelcome desire, to remove fear, to address injustice, and so on and so forth. So if we want to get the desired outcome, we need to manage our anger in an assertive way. Assertive way. May the Lord help us as we continue. If you have a question, please, I want people to contribute. I want you to ask a question. I have left us with few questions. Is there something like a holy hunger? Is there something like a holy anger? You know, and what I want us to also remember is that there's no number of times that people we offend you. When the disciples asked the Lord Jesus, they said, "How many times then will somebody offend me in a day for me to forgive?" It says they say 7 times. The Old Testament says 7 times a day. 7 times. So what I'm saying to us earlier on is this. Yes, somebody who is far from you cannot offend you 7 times a day anyway. If I have friends that I haven't seen them for years now, so they have not offended me one time today, they have to talk less of offending me 7 times. But the Bible, Jesus Christ says 70 times 7. So you aren't there yet. No one of us is yet there yet. If anyone is annoying you 70 times 7, I have not seen that person. So if somebody is going to annoy you 70 times 7 in a day, that is a lot. But still, we need to forgive one another 70 times 7. So with this assertive anger, forgiveness comes with it. Assertive anger, forgiveness, even before you approach the person, have a mind of forgiving that person. Because if you do not have a mind of forgiveness, this assertive anger is not doable. If you are the type of person that does not forgive people, if you don't forgive people, you cannot manage this type of assertive anger. Assertive anger comes with forgiving people. Forgiving people. And excuse me. And not only that, take people the way they are, accommodating people. No, everybody cannot be the same like you. They cannot be the same like you. But the thing is, give people chance to be who they are, to be what they are, and slowly, they change to be better. They change to be better. So God is going to help each and every one of us. And as we go on, the Lord himself will continue to help us to be assertive. To be assertive. When we are angry, when we see anger coming our way, we will be assertive. We will be assertive about it so that we can get the desired outcome. So that we can get the desired outcome. God bless you. And now I am going to be moving to the next one, to the second type of anger. I'm going to be moving to the second type of anger. And the second type of anger is behavioral anger. Behavioral anger. So, behavioral aggression is a choice to react. It's a choice. Remember, behavioral anger. It is a it's a choice to react physically towards feelings of anger. So it's a choice. When we are angry, we can choose to display our behavior. It's either you display it or you do not display anything. So put your behavior under control. Put your behavior under control when you are angry. You say behavioral aggression is a choice to react physically towards the feeling of anger. This form of anger expression is physical and often aggressive. Is often aggressive. That is the next common. You see, number one is assertive. When you choose to be calm, You choose the best time that you want to talk to the person. The second one is when then you take your time to think about it, the first one. But this second one shows that you do not take time to think about it at all. You did not, you just responded straight away. Straight away. I need to respond. Behavioral aggression is a choice to react physically towards the feeling of anger. This form of anger expression is physical and often aggressive, meaning that the person hasn't thought about it at all. You haven't thought, you just jump into it straight away. The anger, you just jump into it straight away as it comes. You give it back as it comes. You did not have any thinking about it. You do not even want to know whether it's going to escalate to any other thing. No, let it be. Whatever is going to happen, let it be. You haven't even given it a thought. This form of anger expression is physical and is often aggressive, or at the very extreme end of the spectrum, it is violence. It is violence. It is violence. So aggression is behavior that has intended motives to cause harm. So this type of aggression, or this type of behavioral aggression, leads to causing harm. And remember that the assertive one, you say you do it in such a way that you do not make the person, you do not put the person into distress. You do not put the person into distress, and you do not allow any destruction. But with this type of anger, the number two anger that we're talking about, the first one, remember, is the assertive one. When you are in control, you are in control of your anger. You are in control. You find a time to address it. You're not living it. You're not living it. You're not living it at all. But you find a time to address it. This second type of anger that we're talking about today, the behavioral anger, is that of aggression. The person as well is not living it. It's not living it. It's not even going to allow it to rest at all. It's not living it. It's a impromptu, prompt reaction. No thinking, no nothing. So this form of anger, is feelings. It leads to physical most of the time. There's physical combat. You blow one another, you give one another blow, which can be dangerous. And this one carries the aggression that is intended to harm the other person. Because what will make you to give somebody a punch if you don't want to harm them? Knowing fully well that if you punch the other person, it's harmful. So immediately you begin to get violent. Immediately you begin to get physical. Then you have the intention inside you. You have the intention to harm the other person. There is no two way about it. Your intention for hitting the other person is to harm them. Your intention of being aggressive, either verbally or whatever, is to harm the other person, harm their feelings, or harm them physically. So listen more to this type of aggression. This type of aggression. So we're going to look at this type of aggression. It says, behavioral aggression is a choice to react physically towards the feelings of anger. This form of anger expression is physical and often aggressive, or at the very extreme, very at the very extreme end of the spectrum, violent. Aggression is a behavior that has an intended motive to cause harm to someone else who doesn't wish for it. So the other person is not asking for violence, but because you are angry, you want to give it to them full. You want them to know that, yeah, I'm giving you full charge. I am going to give it to you full. So I'm here. I'm not going only to get angry, but I'm here. I'm going to harm you. I'm going to harm you. But the other person may not be expecting that you will harm them. But you, because your anger, because you cannot keep your anger under control, because you cannot keep your anger under control, you harm another person. You think the way to make them feel that you are angry is for you to harm them, which is wrong. This might look like breaking or throwing things, you know, or physically intimidating or attacking someone else. So when you when you are angry, when you have this behavioral anger, behavioral aggression that is physical, and you want to harm the other person, you have, it's a pre-intended, it's intentional inside your mind. That is what you want that person to know, how badly you've been hurt. So you pick any other thing, you can pick anything up and throw it at the person. You don't care. People pick bottles up and throw it. People pick objects that are hard and sharp and throw it, and before you know it, they have caused damage or they have caused injury, in their anger. So expressing anger by using behavioral anger often has a negative legal and interpersonal consequences. So if you take a knife and you throw it at another person because you are angry, or you stab another person because you are angry, or you throw an object at another person because they are angry, you are subject to legal consequences. You are subject to legal consequences. You are subject to be reprimanded, or you are going to pay dearly for it. As this highly unpredictable and impulsive behavior erodes your ability to form trusting and respectful relationship. It destroys relationships. This type of anger does not, we are talking about the assertive. We say assertive anger builds relationship, maintains relationship, leaves the channel of relationship and communication open. Now, this assertive anger between husband and wife, making sure the home is running smoothly, between parents and children, making sure the home is running smoothly. The channel of communication is not broken, and no one is trying to destroy one another. But with this type of anger, the second one that we are studying now, you can see the difference between the two. The difference between the two types of anger. The first one is constructive, and it is motivating. The first one is the one that you want, because then we can build one another up in it. But the second one is the one that you do not want, is the negative one. The first one that we studied is the positive anger. It brings out positive outcome. Positive outcome comes out of the first one. This second one is a very, very bad anger. Behavioral anger. Behavioral anger comes with aggression. It comes with physical combat. It comes with throwing things at one another. You don't care what you're throwing at the other person. We have seen this type of anger happen in many places, in anywhere, in many places. It even happens in the church. You know, it happens in the church. We have seen, so this anger is not, nobody is beyond it. Nobody is beyond it. Even a pastor can be possessed. This is a type of anger that is demonic and possessive. You know, this type of anger is the one that we are talking about earlier on, is the one that destroys. It's the one that comes with the negative verb. It's the ones that comes with bitterness. It's the ones that comes with jealousy. It's the one that comes with bad outcomes. Bad outcomes. It's the ones that come with the spirit of unforgiveness, complete unforgiveness. And this one can lead to suicide. This type of anger can make you to murder, you can kill somebody with this type of anger, even though you may not want to kill them at that particular time, but you can kill them. This type of anger also destroy the person that is angry. You know, it makes you to lose respect. This type of anger makes you to lose relationship with friends and acquaintance. You know, even at the place of work, it can make you to lose business. It can make you to lose your job. This type of anger, you know, because if you go to your workplace and there is a dispute and you start beating people up there, obviously they will ask you not to come back to work. So one can lose job from this type of anger. Behavioral anger. Behavioral anger is the negative one. Is the beginning of the negativity. You know, is the negative one. Behavioral anger is a choice, though. It's a choice. It is a choice. You can choose not to do it. Meaning that you're not born with it. You're not born with this type of anger. Yes, anger is there, but you develop yourself to be behaving like this. You develop yourself to be behaving like this. Possibly you haven't allowed Jesus Christ to touch you. So this is the old self that we're talking about. The old self. This behavioral anger is old self. This is what Jesus Christ went to the cross of Calvary to die for. This type of anger. This type of anger that is destructive is the old man. The Bible says, put away the old man and take on the new man. And the new man is the assertive one. The new man is the assertive one, where you forgive people, where you accommodate people, where you approach things in a softer way. You know, soft answer turns away anger, where you are able to reach that person to change in a positive way, to be able to correct, to be able to get the desired outcome. But this type of anger, the second one we are discussing now, the behavioral anger, is a negative one. And that is the old man. That is the old man. Because it comes with destruction. This is the type of anger that I would say the devil is using every day to rob people of their blessing, to rob you, to rob me, you know, of your relationship with one another, to rob you of your job, to rob you of your acquaintances, to make you to commit deadly errors, to make me to commit deadly errors. This is one of them. The one of those behavior is a behavioral anger. Behavioral aggression is a choice. So today I'm encouraging you, make a good choice. Make a good choice. Do not choose to behave this one. Yes, you can get angry. The Bible said, be angry, but do not sin. Be angry, but do not sin. Now, I want you to look at this type of behavior very well. Have you sinned in this behavior or not? Now, we need to ask each other this question. Have you sinned in this behavior or not? Yes, there is a sin here. You get angry. You get angry to the point of punching the other person. Not only did you punch the other person, you went into extreme. You took something, you hit the other person. By the time you break his head, you are in trouble with the police. You are in trouble with the authority. This type of behavioral anger, with the assertive anger, you never get the police involved. Do you get the police involved with the assertive anger? No. The police, they don't need, policemen don't have to come to your home when there is an assertive anger. No. They don't have to come. That is family dispute. You settle it amicably, or friendship. You settle it amicably. The government is not concerned about that. But when you get angry and you start punching and hitting and breaking the walls and throwing objects when they call the police, they have to take you away. Because what? You cannot control yourself, so they take you behind the bars. They take you. So you see how this type of anger can destroy a person? You see, this type of anger can give you a criminal record. This type of anger, you see, you can kill people. This type of anger, you see, is disrespectful to you and to the person you are hitting. This type of anger brings shame. This type of anger does not give you good name. So this type of anger, we must do away with it. We must do away with it. And it's only the Holy Spirit that will help us in this type of anger. Expressing anger by using behavioral aggression often has a negative. It has a negative impact. It has a negative impact. Not only does it have a negative impact, also it has a legal consequences. Legal consequences. And it is an unpredictable. What is going to happen during your anger is very unpredictable. Very, very unpredictable. But with the assertive, what the goals of the assertive anger is to bring a desired outcome, to bring positive outcome, to achieve the goal, is to be able to reach the person for a positive turnaround, for a change. But this other type of behavior, the behavioral anger, the behavioral aggression, the outcome is unpredictable. So, and the action can be, impulsive, and it erodes one's confidence and the ability for others to trust you, even for the government to trust you. So it gives you a bad name. So if you goes into your record that you are always hitting people, no place of work will want to take you, for the fear that you can come to work and start hitting people when you're angry. Nobody wants that. This type of anger can also it can land you in the psychiatric unit if you're not careful. Because people will think that you probably are not stable up here. So we need to, and this type of anger also break relationship. It breaks relationship. It closed door to relationship. It closed door to communication. There's nothing good coming out of this anger, this type of anger. So I encourage each and every one of us not to walk in the way of this anger. So what I want us to do also is to put these two angers side by side. The assertive anger and the behavioral anger. Put them side by side and begin to see, the positive and the negative. The positive and the negative, and then see whether there is anything good that comes out of this behavioral anger. And when you look at the assertive anger, it is more positive than negative. Yes, it is more positive than negative. There is the higher chance that you are going to reach the desired outcome. But with this one, with this behavioral anger, I don't think anyone will want to reach his desired outcome. Because if you want the person to know that you are really, really mad at what they have done and you are really, really unhappy, that is what you want. But you have created more trouble for yourself. Likely you haven't achieved anything, because nothing has happened, rather than you have misbehaved. You have misbehaved. And I pray that God is going to help each and every one of us. So, how do we manage? How do we manage? How do you want to manage this type of anger? How do you want to manage this type of behavioral aggression, behavioral anger that comes with destruction? How do you want to manage it? How do I want to manage it? Every one of us, how do you want to manage it? It's worth nothing. This type of emotional rage is worth nothing. There's nothing in it. Both physically, spiritually, and mentally. It's frustrating. But with the assertive one, there's a lot of goodness in it, because your blood pressure inside you is not raised. Your heart is not raised. Everything that is working inside you with the assertive one is normal. You don't have high blood pressure because you're angry. No, you don't. You don't destroy anything because you're angry. You are just calm and normal. But with this type of anger, which is the behavioral one, the more 100% chances that when you start to shout, the adrenaline is up. And once your adrenaline is up, your blood pressure shoots up. Your heart is pumping, bam, 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 bam. Because what? Because you are overworking your internal organs. You are overworking them. You're overworking them. Your blood pressure shoot up, your heart rate shoot up, you're shaking and you're sweating, you're over. So nothing good. Physically itself, you're destroying the body. You are the carrier of that anger and you are destroying your body. Your body, you're destroying it. You're destroying yourself inside. You do not know, but that is what is happening inside you. You are overworking everything that is inside your body. You're overworking it. And also mentally, this is not good for you. When you scream and you shout and you jump around, you start to have headache. You start to have headache. Then it becomes a bit, some people they're not able to calm down. They're not able, even when 201 person are saying, please calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. They can't calm down. They have extra energy because of the adrenaline. So about 2, 3, 4, 5 people are holding them down and they are still fighting. So they're destroying their body. And in the place they're trying to hold you down, sometimes they break your arm or break your leg. You see? So it destroyed the body. It destroyed emotion, because afterwards, when you calm down, you begin to ruminate. You will not be happy. You will not be happy that you are in the cell. You will not be happy that you are by yourself. You will not be happy that, you have fallen out with the people that are your besties. You will not be happy about that. So, this type of anger, we need to know that it destroys us in the inside, it destroys us here, and it's also destructive to our soul. It's also destructive to our soul. We yield our soul to the enemy to use us. because that is you borrowing yourself to the enemy for the for about an hour. You borrow yourself to demon to use you, so that he can, and the demon knows how to capitalize on that. Satan capital in that 1 hour that you borrow him that body, he will maximize it. He will maximize it. He will make sure that, yes, in this 1 hour, I'm able to use him to destroy as much as possible and to destroy himself. To destroy as much as possible. Not only that, to also destroy himself. So this type of anger is very common, and anybody can fall victim of it. There's no holiness about it. We have heard of pastors that have beaten their wife to death. That is the anger. This is the type of anger that we are talking about. We have heard of, places where in the church the brother gets angry and he jumped up and slapped the other brother. That's in the church. They allow the enemy to use them for that minute, and they destroy and destruct so many things. So I am encouraging each and every one of us today again. Please, I don't want you to think I'm going backwards and forward. But why we are here is to make sure that the assertive anger, yes, we look into other types of anger. We look into other types of anger, but really, what we want to gain more is to know that these other angers, they exist. We don't want to dwell on that. We don't want to be in that position. We want to see ourselves displaying anger in a positive way, in an assertive way, not in a behavioral way. This is worth nothing. Is the behavioral one is worth nothing. It does not bring out anything. So it's worth nothing that emotions that is worthless. So it's like anger display. You're just displaying and you're just being dramatic. That's all it is. And you're just, generating more and more and more energy. That's just what you're doing. And in you doing that, you are destroying things. May the Lord help us. So how do we manage it? How do we manage it? First of all, I'm going to say you allow God to help you. If you know that you practice this type of anger, this type of anger is your own pattern of anger, you need God to intervene. You need God to help you here. That is the old man. The old man has been crucified at the cross of Calvary. That emotion is worth nothing. It's worth nothing. Don't automatically generate aggression or violence. Take time to reflect on what you might be what might be the real motivation for you to choose not to be angry. What will be the real thing? What actually will make me angry? I need to think about the things that will make me angry. Yes, if somebody cheats on me, I know I will be angry. Yes. If I find out somebody is cheating on me. But listen, I will give them the space anyway to cheat on me. I will give you the space to cheat on me anyway. Yes, you are allowed to cheat on me. Yes, once I know that anybody can cheat on me, I know that cheating on me is annoying. It's annoying. Okay, let me take something more. I know that if somebody is abusing me or tells lie against me, it's annoying. It annoys me. Yes, because I didn't do it. But I give them the benefit of doubt to say something bad about me anyway. Because give everybody, I'm learning as well. Give people benefit of doubt to say what they want to say. Let them say what they want to say. Let them think what they want to think. Give them the benefit of doubt. Let them think it. Do not allow your own blood pressure, or do not allow your own behavior to be the subject of discussion. Don't allow your own behavior to be the one that will take you to prison. Be cool and calm. Be cool and calm. Just, go about doing what you can do as a human being. Go about. So you need to think about it. Reflect on the time. Reflect on it and see whether, there is anything motivating in this, in me getting angry. Is there anything that I'm going to get in me getting angry? No. So if there's nothing that I'm going to get from getting angry, it's going to cause me more grief. Why do I have to get angry then? If it's going to land me in the police station, if it's going to call, well, so why do I have to fight? Why do I have to fight? So walk away from it. As you feel your anger rising, anytime that you feel your anger rising, remove yourself from this situation if possible, and use grounding self-work. Walk away from this situation. Walk away from this situation where you feel that you are getting more and more and more angry. It can happen in a house, in a family. When husband and wife are fighting, one of them had to take a coat and walk out. This is the best way to do it. The best way, if you know that your anger can lead to the point that you will hit your partner. If you know that your anger is getting to a point that you will take something to throw at them, instead of you doing that, I encourage you to take your coat and walk out of the house. Walk away. Go and take a fresh air. Go and find time, to allow some good nice air to blow into you, into your face and everything. By the time you come back from your walk, you will not be the same again. You will not be the same again. Even if the person is still, ranging, take time to cool. Take time to go and stay cool, easy. Go and take a coffee, go to somewhere and take a cup of tea, take a coffee, or sit in a restaurant or something. Find time to, try and wind down. Find something that you can do to deflate the anger, and don't drive in a range. You don't drive around in a range. If you're angry from your house and you jump into the car and you're driving in a range, you can have an accident. But if you walk around, then you come back to the house, you possibly will not get yourself injured, and you will not get anybody injured as well. So, as you feel your anger rising, remove yourself from the situation if possible, and use the grounding self-talk. The grounding self-talk. Take it easy. Take it cool. You can speak to the other person. Say, hey, my dear, just take it easy. Just take it cool. The grounding talk. The good words. Use the good words. Use it to cool down the thing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hey, take it easy here. Take it cool. I'm sorry. To regain control of your emotion, or to try a deep breathing technique. Take a deep breathing technique when you feel that you are angry. Yesterday I was discussing with one of my friends, my mentor, and she said to me, when I start getting angry, we keep shouting, oh, Jesus Christ, help me here. Jesus Christ, help me here. Jesus Christ. And then by the time she is screaming and shouting, the children will be laughing. And that's it. The matter is gone. But she has found a way. To deflate. And by the time she's screaming, Jesus Christ, help me, the children are saying, what do you want? What's the problem? What's the problem? Because she's screaming and shouting, the only thing that they can do is to do what she wants them to do. Because, number one, she's not shouting at them. She's not screaming at them. What she's doing is she's asking for somebody who can help her. She's asking God to help her. And the children just turn it into a laughter and say, okay, all right, we do that one. And then they do it. So that is it. A deep breathing technique until you feel yourself physically calm enough to reconsider what is happening or what options you have to react differently. What options you have to react differently. So, what we are saying is that there is always an option for you. Remember that we said that this is a choice. From the beginning, we said this type of behavioral aggression is a choice. So there is always something that you can do differently. There is always a different approach to it. But you will not see the different approach immediately unless you take the channel of seeing it, or you take the part of seeing it. There's a part of seeing things in a different way, and there is a part of immediate aggression. The two of them are different parts. So when something happens, you are here at a crossroad. You are here. So you are in the middle here. Where my thumbs are, that's where you are. Something has happened that has angered you. You are angry, badly angry. Now, reaction. This part to my right, here, that is the immediate and aggressive reaction. So, you remember that you are here. So you can cross to here, and then it goes, you come here. You have left the other part, which is here. This part is another part that you can choose to do all other things. Walking away, thinking about it, taking a deep breath, calling Jesus like the other woman, all the things that you can do differently apart from this. This one is a part of behavioral aggression. It's always the one that will come first. It's easy to cross to this part. It's very easy. But if you stop a little bit here, you will see an alleyway and you can cross to this side. You can cross to this side. You can cross to this side. And on this side, you do things differently. You walk away. On this side, you do things differently. You take a deep breath. On this side, you look at things with the second eye. On this side, you are able to think. On this side, you are able to look at yourself in a new way. What am I gaining from here? Or what will be my gain? May the Lord help us in Jesus' name. So, every one of us, we have got to stop. Whenever we are angry, like I said to us, stop a little bit. Pause a little bit here. You are in the middle here. Pause a little bit before you cross here. Pause a little bit before you cross. So when you pause a little bit here, you are likely going to jump this way. But when you do not pause, you are likely going this way. When you retaliate immediately, when you get angry immediately, when you feel you have to react immediately, when you want to resent, when you have the scent of resentment, what are they talking about? When you think that, oh no, nobody can cross my path. Nobody can do that to me. When you go that way, then you begin to you go the other way, the destructive way. I pray that God is going to help us. When you think, because in that part you are easily irritated. I want you to look at it. What are the causes of making us the cause that can make you and I to be in that aggressive mood, to be in that aggressive mood. It is when, we think of ourselves all the time. Me, they can't do that to me. No, nobody can do that to me. When you keep saying nobody can do that to me, nobody can do that to me. No, but the assertive one, you put others first. You put others first. But with this behavioral, you always want to defend yourself. I want to defend myself. I want to defend. You're always defending yourself, But with the assertive one, you want to defend others. Even though they have hurt you, but you want to make sure that you make them to realize it in a better way. In a better way. So you think about the other person. You don't want to hurt them. You want them to realize it, but you still do not want to hurt them. And God is going to help each and every one of us. So I'm going to move quickly because I want us to look at the third one. So before we go to the third one, I want to hammer also on how to manage this anger. How to manage this anger. I want to repeat myself again. How to manage this anger. It's saying there is no gain in being dramatic. There's no gain in it at all, in being violent. There's no gain in violence. There's no gain in being dramatic. There's no gain in being physical. There's no gain in throwing things at one another. There's no gain in all these things, in choosing to feel that way. It's a choice. There's no gain in your feeling, in your choosing to feel that way or to behave that way. There's no gain in it. If you find yourself, therefore, angry, if you belong to this type of category, and you find yourself always, in this part, when it starts to come, when you start to get angry, remember that I said there's no gain in it. When you start to get angry, walk away. Always walk away. Always take a step back. Always think about your action. Always give the other person a room. Give them a room. Give them a room, a chance to offend you. Do not think that nobody can offend me. No, anybody, you can offend people and people can offend you. You are not a spirit here. You understand? So, and I am not a spirit. So I offend people and people offend me as well. So give people the space to offend you, and also use the grounding talk as well to yourself and to the other person. You can speak to yourself. I can speak to myself. I say, hey, Florence, take it easy. Florence, please take it easy. Stay cool, Florence. I'm talking to myself. Take cool, Florence. Take it easy here. I know, yes, I know you're hurting. Yeah, Florence, just take it easy. And also, you can take a deep breath. Take a deep breath to regain your emotion, to regain your thinking. Take a deep breath technique. Take it. Or, or you take a walk or go to the kitchen and have a cup of tea or something like that, or drink cool water to make sure that, or you call, or you can talk to yourself like that other woman talking to herself. Jesus, help me here. Jesus, help me here. So she is talking to herself, and as well as I consider her praying here, praying here. So what am I saying? Well, but we can have a different approach, a different reaction. Choose the different reactions. Choose different actions. Do not always choose. Do not choose the aggressive one. Do not choose that one. Choose other options that you have. If you are someone who needs to let out your frustration physically, consider running away from it. So if you always find yourself, expressing your frustration, your anger, you're expressing it in an aggressive behavior. Then, when you start to get angry, walk away from it or you run away from it. The Bible encourages us to flee away from all evil. This type of anger is evil. So run away from this type of anger. Run away, walk away, and do not allow this anger to control you or to possess you in any way. May the Lord help us. I hope we have been able to compare these two anger very well. The assertive anger and the behavioral anger. One is positive and the other one is negative. One is the new man. When we are looking at it spiritually, one is the new man. One can be attained through the help of God. And the other one, which is the behavioral one, is an old self, is an old man. That is the old man that was nailed to the cross of Calvary. Now Jesus Christ is asking each and every one of us to take on the new man, which is the assertive one. Offense will come, but take on the new man and do not allow your anger to slip over. Always approach it in an assertive way, in a strategic way. And the Holy Spirit will continue to give us wisdom as we desire. So remember that the two of them is a choice. So you need to desire. You need to desire to do what is good. And God is going to help each and every one of us. Now we are going to go to the third one. The third one is called chronic anger. Chronic anger. And I said, what is chronic? Chronic is something that is been there for long. Chronic anger. That is, that thing has been there. That thing is an archaic thing. It's been there for so long. Chronic, something that lingers, something that has been there for a long time. It's not fresh at all. It's anger that is deeply embedded inside somebody. Anger that lives, that has already made an upstairs inside your heart. A chronic anger. Chronic anger. Chronic anger feels like an ongoing and general sense of resentment of people. Ongoing, you are always angry. Ongoing anger and general resentment of people. A sweeping sense of frustration with certain circumstances always. There's no time. Everything is not good. Or often anger towards oneself. So it can be both ways. A chronic anger. And I pray that God will deliver each and every one of us from chronic anger. Chronic anger is a very deadly anger. It is at a point that you never see anything good. Everything annoys you. It's ongoing. There is resentment at all times. Resentment of people at all times. This type of anger is common as well. And frustration, it leads to frustration in every situation. You're just frustrated at all times. You are frustrated all the time. Often, this anger can also, as much as it's towards other people, It can be towards you as well. You can have chronic anger towards yourself. Chronic anger towards yourself. So instead of injuring or causing harm to other people, you're causing harm to yourself. Chronic anger to oneself. You're causing anger to yourself. You are causing anger to yourself because the anger has eaten deep. It's eating deep into you. It's eating deep inside into you. It takes the grace of God for something that is chronic to heal. It takes the grace of God for something that in itself. So I'll finish reading it and then we discuss it. It's a chronic anger. Chronic anger feels like an ongoing general sense of resentment of other people, a sweeping sense of frustration with certain circumstances, or often anger towards oneself is embedded by a sense of nagging. Nagging and perpetual irritation. Nagging and perpetual irritation. Nagging and perpetual irritation. The prolonged nature of this type of anger can have profound adverse effects on one's health or well-being. On one's health or well-being. So this type of chronic anger has been there for so long. You never see anything good. Nothing is good. Nothing whatsoever is good. There is nothing good. The resentment is towards others and even towards yourself sometimes. You are always nagging. You are perpetually always irritated. You never see anything good. And this type of anger, at the long run, it's got adverse effects on our health and our well-being. Because when you look at this type of anger very well, you got resentment to people, resentment of other people. You can't stand them. You can't stand other people. You even saying, I can't stand them. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. You cannot stand nobody. And at the end of the day, you are killing yourself slowly, and you are always nagging. You are constantly irritated by what people are doing. At the end of the day, when it is prolonged, you have successfully destroyed yourself, your health, and your well-being. So this type of anger is never good for any one of us. No, not at all. This chronic anger is a destructive anger. This chronic anger is an old man. This chronic anger is the type of anger that Jesus went to the cross of Calvary and paid the price for. The anger that is bringing resentment. The anger that is not giving you a break, that is allowing you to nag and to be irritated at all times. This is all demonic. This is all demonic. Something that is making you to resent people. Something that is making you not to see the good in another person. This is all bad. But I am encouraging each and every one of us here. I am encouraging us all that, God is in control. God is in control of any situation and every situation that might come our way. God is in control of them all. We cannot say that we are able to heal ourselves. You are not able to control, or you are not able to create anybody while resenting them. But you can see that is demon to the core. That is making you to resent people. That is making you to hate people. That is making you to be frustrated. a sweeping sense of frustration altogether. You are just tied to it, or it's tied to you. One of the two. Every situation is frustrating you. Every circumstance, there's nothing good. Every time you are frustrated, you are embedded in your own cocoon of evil. You are, you see no good anywhere, and even you are no good to yourself. You are always irritated. Now, this type of anger, the chronic anger, destroys you. It destroys you like the behavioral one. The behavioral one, there is increased adrenaline, and therefore raise blood pressure, raise heart rate, raise everything, then increase energy, and then you begin to vamp yourself. Yes, 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 yes. And 20 and 30 people can hold you down and you're still full of energy. But with this one, this chronic one, anything chronic is a slow anger. It's not as fast as the behavioral one. The behavioral anger is a very fast anger. It's very fast. And within the fastness of it, within a twinkle of an eye, it can destroy so many things. But this chronic one is a slow one. It eats the person slowly, slowly, slow destroyer. It's like a cancer. It's like a cankerworm, eating slowly, 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 until it finishes eating you completely. Completely. It destroyed the person completely. So, because it is chronic, it is slow going. It is slow going, always irritated. Always, you are always by yourself. You are always withdrawn. Always, you know, always frustrated. You are holding back. This type of chronic anger can be to the fact that because somebody has offended you one time, or you've been through one trauma, that so it carries unforgiveness as well. It carries unforgiveness. This type of trauma, this type of anger carries the anger is deeply seated inside you. Now, because somebody one time has hurt you and you have not forgiven that person, that thing is inside you. So, with that anger inside you, you look at everybody, they are the same. And that continues to hit you. Everybody are the same. I resent, then you begin to resent everyone. You look at people, you look at them, you're not sure whether to relate. You, at the end of the day, you think everybody is the same. They are the same. You are always frustrated. You are always nagging, always nagging. You are always like this. No, I don't want to be touched. No, I don't want anybody to come near or closer to me. You don't want people to come near or closer to you. This is the type of frustration. This is the type of irritation that we're talking about, and it destroy you, and it destroy because you don't want to mingle. You can't mingle. It sends you into isolation proper. This is the type of anger that sends you into depression. This is the type of anger that is oppressive. This is the type of anger that is touching your health. It touches your health, and it touches your well-being, because it does not allow you to go out and socialize. No way. So your well-being is impacted. So you will have to go to the pool when in the dark, in the night, when everybody is not there. Or you will have to take a walk to the field when nobody is there. Because you have resentment towards people. And may the Lord help us. You can see that there is a bit of similarity, not even a bit. There's similarity between number 2 and number 3, because they belong to the same master. Their master is demon. The master of these two, the behavioral anger and the chronic anger, their master, the master of them is demon. Demon is the master of them. So it is also a tool that the devil is using to destroy other people. It is a tool in the hand of Satan. He is using it on people to destroy them and for them to destroy others. So the devil uses it both ways. You first destroy that person and then you destroy yourself. So that is a tool. And this type of anger, the chronic anger, is the old man. Is the old man. Is the old man. This type of anger, Jesus Christ went to the cross of Calvary for it, to nail it to the cross of Calvary, so that you and I can get the new man, the newness of life. This type of anger needs Jesus Christ to free you, to free you, to free you. You need to give it up. You need to do away with this type of anger and take on the newness of life, newness of life, and begin to see things in a different perspective. Otherwise, this type of anger will destroy you. This type of anger destroys a person. This type of anger leads you to an early grave. To an early grave. To an early grave. May the Lord help us in Jesus' name. The same thing with the with the type of anger, that you see in the behavioral one. That one takes you to your early grave as well, but very fast. Very fast. It destroys you very, very fast. In the twinkle of an eye, the damage is already done. The behavioral one, because it sends you into aggression now, and you, within an hour, you are finished destroying everything, and you are finished destroying yourself. You shoot, and then you shoot yourself. Within an hour, you finish it. So that type of anger is a quick destroyer. But this one is a chronic anger. It's a slow destroyer. A slow destroyer. A slow destroyer. Because slowly it will keep eating and eating and eating into your well-being, eating into your health, eating into your relationship, eating into your everything, your inheritance, eating into your business, eating into the goodness of God in your life, eating into until it destroys you. Until it destroys you. So, what am I saying today? What I'm saying is this type of anger is not good for you. It's not good for you. Do away with it. Take it away from your own behavior. If you realize that you have got this type of anger, do not keep it. Throw it into the bin. Throw it into the bin before it destroys you. Throw it into the bin before you become a victim of the devil. Because this one will make you to be a victim. A victim. God helping each and every one of us, we can do away with this type of anger. The behavioral one and the chronic one. We can do away with it. It is not a part of the package that you inherit as a child of God. When you become a child of God, you have a new life. This chronic anger is taken away. The behavioral anger is taken away. Jesus Christ took it from you and nailed it to the cross. And he will give you a different attitude, an assertive way of dealing with things. He will give you wisdom. He will give you understanding. He will make you to do things in a strategic way, in an assertive way. to be able to bring positivity out of every situation. You know, you may be looking at that situation as negative, but when you are assertive about it, you bring positivity out of negativity. That is what we are talking about today. That yes, get angry, but do not sin. Get angry. Do not allow your anger to injure another person. Yes, get angry, but always make sure that positive things come out of it. Yes, people will step on your toe. People will get angry with you, or you will get angry with them. Make sure that you settle things amicably, because then it is good for your body, it is good for your soul, and it is good for your brain. Yes, because when you learn to live at peace with everybody, when you live at peace with your husband, you live at peace with your children, you live at peace with your people in your community, your blood pressure is down. You're down. You're not in the chronic anger group where you are suspecting everybody. Everybody is evil. There are some people. Me, I came from Africa. Some people, there are some people that are always suspective of people. You know, they are always thinking everybody will harm them. Everybody has come with a charm. Yeah, majority of people, you know, may come with a charm to harm you. But do you forget that Jesus Christ died on the cross of Calvary for you? You know, you and me, you are under the protection of the Most High God, the protection of the Lord. He said the hand of the Lord is not short. So God is able to protect you and me. Is able to. So when people come with evil intention, the God of heaven that we serve is there to protect us, is there to deliver us, whether we know it or we don't know it. The children of Israel, they were sleeping. They were sleeping in their bedroom. They were in their houses. Balak went and hired Balaam and said, come, Balaam is a prophet. He said, you, this prophet, whatever you say comes to pass. Okay, I hire you. I'm going to give you big money. Come here now and curse these people for me. Come here and curse these people for me. Do you know what? Balaam came. Initially, he refused. He said, no, I don't want to come. Oh, you know, the man said, no, I'm going to give you big money. I'm going to, because he's a king. Okay. Balaam, the prophet, went. When he got there, he came back with this story. Those whom the Lord has blessed cannot be cursed. They cannot reverse it. Once God says something about you, once God destined you for something, people of this world may try all their possible best, but they will not be able to change it. So don't get yourself to the chronic stage of anger, chronic stage of resentment, chronic stage of frustration, chronic stage of seeing things, you know, of looking at people, nagging at people all the time, chronic stage of perpetual irritation, chronic stage of profound and adverse effects on your health and your well-being. Don't get there at all. Don't get there at all. That is not the junction you want to be in. That is not the path you want to take. You want to take the other path. Look at it. You want to take which part? You want to take this part. You want to take this part. In this part, there's positivity there. In this part, there is life. In this part, you are able to talk things over. In this part, you are able to relate with people. But in this part, no, there is destruction there. There is destruction there. I encourage each and every one of us. You know, today, we have spent time looking at 3 of this, and we saw what God wants from us. When God is saying, when Apostle Paul is saying, put off the old man, put off the old man and take on the new man. So we have seen what God really wants us to do today. What God really wants us to do today. God really wants us to take on the new man. The new man. And the new man is when we are able to confront issues in an assertive way. In an assertive way. May the Lord help each and every one of us to look at things in an assertive way. In the mighty name of Jesus. So, we have said a lot also about the chronic anger. We said a lot about the chronic anger. You might have questions about the chronic anger. Send your questions to our platform. You know, by the grace of God, we have other women that are better than me that are going to come to the platform also to talk to us, to encourage us about these things. We have pastors who are ready to talk to you. We have doctors who know about what anger can do in the body. They are doctors, they are professionals, they have managed so much of hypertension. They know, the causes of it and so on and so forth. So you and me, you can hear also more from other people that anger in any way is not good for you. It's not good for me. Anger is not what we should take on. If you want to live long, don't dwell in anger at all. Don't dwell in anger. Take it easy. Take it cool. Take life as it comes. Yes, take it easy. Things might not always go in your own way. Don't be angry about it. Don't be angry about it. If you expect to hit a jackpot and you didn't hit a jackpot, do you have to kill people because of that? No. You don't have to kill anybody because of that. If you expect that, the grass is going to be green on the other side and you got there, the grass is no longer green, it's brown. What do you want to do? You don't have to kill people. Take life as it's come. Take it cool. Take it easy. Take a deep breath, and allow things to be. And allow things to be, because you and I, our anger does not make us to be in control. You are not in control. When you are angry, you are not in control. Why don't you leave it to the one who is able to control it all? Leave things to the master who is able to control. Like that woman, when she sees something that is very annoying and she's something that should make her to be angry, maybe throw something at her children, she will keep saying, Jesus Christ, help me here. Jesus, help me here. Jesus Christ. No, she learns to commit it to the higher authority. She learns to commit it to the higher authority. And so also, I'm encouraging each and every one of us here to learn to commit things to higher authority. Management of chronic anger. So, spend some time reflecting on the underlying causes of your anger. Spend time to dig into it. Your indignation might well be justified, though it likely does not serve you to be chronic or ongoing. About it. Think about it very well. Take time to reflect on the things that is making you angry. Some people, yes, they have been through rape before when they were young. They have been treated so badly when they are vulnerable. Oh, yes, some people is the case of neglect. You've been neglected in one way, whether parents or husband has neglected you or has mistreated you and so on and so forth. Think about it very well. What I think very well is happening here. Why people go into chronic anger is because the trust that they have in other people, that trust has been tampered with. When they were vulnerable, the trust, the people that are meant to protect them were the ones that are harming them, were the ones that are causing them. Remember that we talked about offense. It's those who are close to you, those who can get to you. Those are the people that bring offense. Somebody that is very far from you cannot bring this type of offense, harming you. It's your or playing with your emotions when you are younger and you are vulnerable. So when you look deep down, you will see that there is a root cause to that resentment. There's a root cause, and you need to dig it out and forgive it. If you do not forgive it, it will continue to be ongoing. It will continue to be ongoing. So we need to dig it out and search it, and then look at it very well. Is this thing worth to kill me? Why should I die because of this thing? Why should this thing rob me of my joy? I need to leave it behind and move on. I need to leave it behind and move on. If you don't come to that conclusion that you need to leave some things behind and move on, you want to carry them as a package or as a weight around your neck, they're going to weigh you down. They're going to weigh you down. Everything that you carried as a luggage, they become heavier and heavier and heavier until they bring you down. So if you continue to carry this one on your back, there will come a time. Remember, you carry it year 1, you carry it year 2, you carry it for 5 years, you carry it for 6 years, you carry it for 10 years. It's more weighty at the age of 10 years than when it was at age 1. So see this heavy thing that you are carrying now. If you continue like that, it's going to weigh you down, and that will be the thing that will kill. I pray that God will help us to put that weight down. Put it down and be free and be weightless. And then you are able to move forward. May the Lord help us. Because that weight is going to keep you in one spot. If you can identify the source of your resentment, you may be able to resolve the inner conflict you are experiencing by forgiving yourself first. You forgive yourself and then others for the past transgression. So if you don't come to the root of it, you will not be able to forgive those who have offended you. No way. You need to be able to forgive those who have offended you. First of all, you need to be able to forgive yourself. Yes, here. Forgive yourself. Now, always, I say, Lord, help me to forgive myself. Because there are other things that I have done in a way that, I say, Father, help me to forgive myself. Help me to forgive myself. You need to ask God to help you to forgive yourself. It's only when you forgive yourself, you have the attitude of forgiving yourself, that you can forgive others. Because many of us, we keep crucifying ourselves. But remember that Jesus Christ has gone to the cross of Calvary on your behalf. He has been crucified already on my behalf, so that I can receive forgiveness of my sins. So now I am forgiven. And therefore, I forgive myself because Christ has forgiven me. I'm no longer under the weight of my sin. No, Jesus Christ died for me on the cross of Calvary, and I am made free from my sins. So therefore, I forgive myself. I forgive myself because I know that I have been forgiven. Christ is not holding it against me again. Yes, he has forgiven me. He has forgiven you. Therefore, learn to forgive yourself and learn to forgive others. Because the Bible says, if you do not forgive others, how will your heavenly Father forgive you? And that's why that weight is very heavy. That is why that weight is killing you. Why that weight is chronic. Because what? You are not forgiving people. And because you do not forgive people, you keep piling it up, piling it up, piling it up. Hey, before you know it, that weight will creep you. Before you know it, that weight will kill one. So learn to forgive others. Learn to forgive yourself and learn to forgive others. The process of forgiveness is powerful. So, like I said to us earlier, forgiving people applies to all these things. In assertive anger, you have already forgiven the person before you start to talk about it, because you have given them the space to harm you anyway. No, you have given them the space to offend you anyway. Offend you anyway. So, this time around, I want each and every one of us to know the process of forgiveness is powerful and empowering. It's powerful and empowering. It's powerful and empowering. You know, if there's something a bit wrong with my phone here, I'm not able to read our messages here now. So in case you are messaging me, I am not able to see your messages here, because I am streaming through a smaller device. So I'm not able to see our messages. But what I'm trying to say to us is that I'm going to read all the messages after. Keep sending me messages. Keep sending me messages. Please do not forget to like this so that it can go far and near. Do not forget to like it. Do not forget to comment. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget also to leave your post notification on for the next time that we are coming on. So I cannot access your messages now. Otherwise, I will be just replying your messages and your questions as I go on. So I'm sorry about that. But when I finish here, I'm going to look through all the comments. I'm going to look through after the messages. So remember that we are looking at how we can manage the strategy or the strategy, how we can manage the chronic anger, the strategy that we can use for the chronic anger. So forgiveness is number one. Forgiveness. Reflect on the things and forgive yourself. Forgive others. Look at it very well. You will find, only you can find the root cause. Honestly, nobody can do it for you. Even when you go to see the psychiatrist, the psychologist, they will start by asking you, yes, what do you think? What do you think is the root cause? They will start by digging and asking you, what do you think? What do you think? Until they come to a conclusion of where the real source is. And let me tell you the truth. When you do not dig deep down, when you do not sit to reflect on these things, it becomes a wound. It becomes a wound inside of you, a deep guttered wound. And this wound it creates a sore in the heart. So one really needs to forgive. And that is why we say forgiveness, the process of forgiveness is powerful and empowering. It's powerful and empowering because it heals. The process of forgiveness heals the wound. The process of forgiveness is empowering. It helps you, it gives you the strength and energy to move forward, and can help you to resolve the lingering hurt that is inside, the soreness that is inside you, and the frustration that you have towards everything that is going on around you. So, we've been encouraged today to learn how to, back to square one, learn how to express your emotion assertively. This can help you greatly. This can help me greatly. This can help you greatly. I want to say thank you to each and every one of us. I hope today we have gained a lot, because we have 10 types of anger. We have 10 types of anger, and we can go on and on and on and on and on and on about this anger today. And we will not be able, but each and every one of us, we have our stronghold. You have your stronghold. Some people, it is the behavioral anger. Now, some people, it is the chronic anger. The chronic anger. And there is another type of anger. We're going to discuss it later. I'm just mentioning it, but we cannot discuss it today. It's called the judgmental anger. You are always judging people. You are the best. Every other person. There's also the overwhelming anger. Overwhelmed with what is going on. Overwhelmed with the weight of the things that is going on now. So you're angry. You're angry because you're overwhelmed with the weight of everything that is going on, whether be it whatever, whether be it married, a child, whatever, workload or whatever, or business or whatever, overwhelmed. Passive, there's another one called passive aggressive anger. There is another one called retaliatory anger. So you want to retaliate all the time. There's this self-abuse anger. You just self-abusing yourself. You're angry with yourself. Self-anger. Some people, you self-anger. You're not just happy with whom. I'm not just happy that I am black, or I'm dark. I'm not just happy. I want to be this. I'm not just happy that I am big. I want to be skinny. And then you start to self-abuse yourself. There's another one that is called verbal anger. And there is another one that is called the volatile anger. So we're going to find time again to visit 2 or 3 until we finish all types of anger. And then you will be able to know which one you belong. And then you will be able to correct yourself. The last advice that we had is that whatever type of anger, revert yourself, or ask the Holy Spirit, or ask God, or develop your skill to go back to the assertive anger. That is the new man. The new man. That is the positive anger. The anger that is directed towards positivity. The anger that is directed towards making things right. The anger that does not destroy or distress anybody. The anger that is bringing the good out of people. That is the anger that we are all encouraged. The type of anger, because let me tell you, everyone has got anger, like we said from the beginning. Everyone can get angry, no matter who they are. Whether they are pastors, they are reverends, they are archbishop, whatever the title is, they can get angry because what? They are not God. And because they are not spirit, they're still human like us. So anyone at any point in time can get angry. But the Bible is saying to us, the word of God is saying to us, yes, get angry, but do not sin. Get angry, but do not commit murder. Get angry, but do not hurt anyone. Get angry, but do not hurt yourself. Do not kill yourself. Do not kill anyone. Get angry and do not borrow yourself to the enemy to use, to demons to use. Get angry, forgive others, and live at peace with one another. Get angry, settle yourself, and build the relationship. And God is going to help each and every one of us. I hope we are all blessed today. We have been blessed. I have been blessed by talking about it. I don't know, because I can see myself, in the light of what I'm saying. So both the speaker and the hearers have been blessed. So we want to thank God for that. But one thing I want to employ you again. Please do not forget to like. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to comment. You can go back and comment. Do not forget also to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for coming. This is my very, very first live. So you can comment, yeah, to improve things. You can comment, please comment to improve things here, and to make sure that you improve things. You tell me what I've done, whether I've done it right or done it this way. It's all part of learning, and we all get there together. So God bless each and every one of us. The Lord bless you. The Lord bless me. And I will see you again, in my next video. And I will send notification down to let you know that we are coming up again live. God bless you, and the Lord bless you. So each and every one of us have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to comment. And do not forget to leave your post notification on. And I will let you know. I will look at the questions and the comments, and I will reply each and every one of us. God bless you, and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful afternoon. And I will see you again. Okay, I will see you again. Yeah, there's a lot of bleeping here and there. Yeah, I'm not able to catch all the messages, but have a wonderful day. God bless you, mighty. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye, everyone. God bless you. Thank you for coming, and I will really reply each and every one of us. I am going to reply each and every one of us. God bless you so good. Bye for now. Thank you so much. Bye bye. 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 God bless you. Bye bye. 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 Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Bye bye. Bye. God bless you. Bye.